interesting day for you. We'll take this MOT R34 to GTC. Lovely looking car. So yeah, off to MOT for this now. Welcome back to the channel on this really cold day. It's fucking freezing. Charlie's car. So this is Charlie's car. For those of you that are new to the channel, there are a few videos on this. I basically got this car, I think it was stage 1 when I first met Charlie. We took it to stage 2, so we fit the intercooler and everything, and then he came back and he wanted stage 3, so we did his pumps, put a Litco L500 turbo on this. However, he has now come back for a built engine. So we have put a built engine, we made one scratch. We put PEC ibeam rifle drill rods with ACL race bearings, Wossner 83mm pistons. It's basically a brand new engine. He's had new injectors, new gasket seals all around. I am at the moment just breaking this in. I think I've done 120 miles. It's booked in with Unicorn on the 15th of this month. So yeah, I mean, I prefer to break these engines in for customers, because a lot of people would debate that you don't necessarily need to break in an engine. I mean, that's personal preference. However, I prefer to break them in because A, you listen out for noises that shouldn't be there. You're obviously checking your coolant, checking your oil, and yeah, you're just settling the engine in, really. So it's always good to break it in. We have had TVS stage 4 clutch packs in as well, so I would prefer to break the car in because I know what to listen for. Not everyone's tuned in, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. So someone could, I don't know, drive the car with a bad rattle or something they can't necessarily hear, that is, you know, a warning sign that something's amiss. So yeah, anyway, I'll be breaking this in. But yeah, I did try and get a lot of videos to show you guys on this, on us building it and putting it in, taking it out, all the other bits, his clutches, blah blah blah. But unfortunately, this car, yes, the one that blew up on the dyno, put me back about 2-3 days. So I didn't really have time, or someone else, or Dave, to obviously hold the camera and show you everything. But next one we do, we've got an S3 coming in this Saturday. That's having the same built engine, so I will make sure that we get better footage of that. Anyway, here's a few videos of it going together, going in, clutch packs, oil cooler, blah blah blah. Oil cooler's on now. I'm not sure the lighting's gonna let you see it, but really good. So that's brought down, I mean, I can't get this car, I was in traffic today, I can't get it over 90 degrees. Just cruising around, it's at 83 degrees. Yeah, anyway, short video on Charlie's car. Let's get it.
Sitting here, thought I heard my phone ring, but it disappeared. Guess I'm just losing my mind again. I tell myself to breathe in, but the darkness hung its teeth in, and its mind has got me thinking. Sick and tired of feeling, so sick and tired of dreaming, 'cause I always wake up
today, so we'll get that on the ram and start stripping it away. Basically take the front end off, ready for his engine to be pulled out, and then we can take the bits off. We've got a new, I should have brought them with me actually, why didn't I bring them with me? Got a new Technics V5 turbo to fit on this, and he's got AirTech oil cooler will be fitting obviously with this. But yeah, we're going to take his water pump, his intake manifold and everything off the engine he's got in his current car, his current engine, sorry. And yeah, that should be done in the next couple of days, and then obviously we've got a running process with that. So this Charlie's car is, I mean, currently it's 550 horsepower. He is gunning for 630, 640 plus, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, I mean, it's fast enough as it is. And Charlie, you don't drive your car. I mean, he's literally done since, if you remember a video where we did methanol injection and it made 550 horsepower, he's probably done 600 miles, and that was 6-7 months ago. Drive your car, Charlie. Well, there we go, engine's out. Couldn't be arsed waiting for Dave. So I've just spent the afternoon pulling it out. So yeah, we've got to get his turbo off and all the bits, coil packs, intake, all his auxiliaries, so alternator, power steering, aircon pump. Then we're going to split the gearbox because we've got clutches to fit in that. And obviously his flywheel and whatnot, and everything you can see basically is going to be transferred to the new engine. Yeah, I've lost my GoPro, so I'm not sure what the quality is going to be like on this. But anyway, let's get cracking. So here we go. So this is the turbo going on. This is a brand spanking new Turbo Technics V5, and obviously the Litco L500 been taken off. This is a hell of a turbo, you know. I mean, when we were on the dyno mapping the methane, we actually hit 570 with ease and capped it back at 550 purely because it was a stock engine. But it's got a 560 core, that is for sale if anyone wants it. Either pop me a message or Charlie a message. But yeah, cracking turbo, really impressed with that. So anyway, so I'm going to fit this now to the new engine. And then I've got to strip that one down over there because we've got to obviously put the cams in and timing chain and whatnot. Sump's got to go on. Oh, I need to drain that sump actually. So yeah, so I've got quite a bit of work, so I'm going to crack on with that. So there we go, we just fitted the takeoff plate on the auxiliary bracket, which is usually where the heat exchanger for the oil cooler exits to the water pump. So while we were there, we put new gaskets on. There's this one in particular. You can just see where it's flattened on the outside. So when I put that back in, there we go. Just got to put the return to the radiator in, and that's that done. We can fit that to the engine. Okay, I thought I'd just show you. Obviously we've got a takeoff plate oil cooler, so this replaces, let's see, replaces the heat exchanger, the stock heat exchanger. So it is one of the hardest ones to do, especially if the engine's in the car, because obviously the water pump's got to come off. This auxiliary rail, which holds the oil filter housing, alternator and AC pump, has to come off. So yeah, so make sure the lines are nice and nipped up, nice and tight. There is a little exchanger you have to replace, but you can't quite see it. It's right at the back there. Then obviously this bracket, the intake bracket, is replaced with one that comes in the kit, and you can see it's offset, so it's not directly in the middle. So there we go. So plumbed up the intercooler. I've actually done his radiator as well. So his radiator's on there. So yeah, this engine is pretty much ready to go in now. Got a few things to tie up on it. Obviously oil filter housing, alternator, AC pump. Then I'm changing. We've got a new oil feed, oil return, and a new water return to go in as well. So I'll crack on with that now. Yeah, so I would use my GoPro, but it's just me doing this task, and I can't see an easy way of doing it and actually filming it. So basically I'm just going to talk you through it. So there's a snap ring on the outside. This holds the cover, the dish. So we flick that out with a flathead, and that will allow us to remove this cover. And then underneath here on this shaft there'll be another circlip that we have to pop out, and then that'll allow us to move or remove the actual clutch basket. And then it's reverse order for the new one. But yeah, I'll try and film the bits, but to be honest, I don't see how I'm going to be able to do this with one hand. Anyway, let's get on it. Okay, so we've got the old clutch packs out. So this is the new one, so we removed the snap ring, and we now need to take this cover off. And we need to set the end float with a DTI gauge. So there's a shim on here that we need to put on. And then we just need to measure the float from the input shaft and then the actual clutch basket itself. And I'll briefly explain how that goes, but yeah, I'm going to crack on. So yeah, just taking you to the process, taking you through the process, should I say. So it comes with a load of different shims. So we start off with a 2mm one. Make sure you've got vernier. What we're going to do now is get a DTI, set it to the top, and then the clutch basket, and just measure the what we call the float. And then we do a small equation, and these are all different sizes, you see. From that equation, that will determine what size shim we use for the box. There we go. It is a pig of a job getting the snap ring on the actual this bit. So it only goes one way, and you've got a little mark wherever it is. So this groove here, I don't know if you can just see that. So the snap ring goes clockwise around. What is a twat to do? Oh, we're back in. We're back in.
What are you talking about?
So yeah, we are back in, plumbing it up, and I'm going to do a gearbox service on it. I've already put the filter in, and then yeah, we can get going. What's that in his wing?
Sick and tired of believing that this pain will never end. Oh, I've had enough.
There you go, Charlie. We'll start it up.
'Cause it always comes back
Oh yeah,
again.
because we haven't put the headlights on yet.
And I'm not even gonna pretend that it's over.
Charlie's engine in. Obligatory copy shot. But she's running super smooth. Really smooth. Just doing the first heat cycle. Getting the gearbox up to temperature because we need to drain off the excess, but yeah. Go Charlie. 20 miles in. 4 volts an engine.
So sick and tired of
Breathe.
'cause I always wake up.
First heat cycle. It's fucking ready to go home. It's ready for its first tank, Charlie.